Hi there, this is Oni Hana. I am going over something kind of new today, actually. I am going to be doing an unboxing and just kind of a brief look at the product I have received for Riftbound, which is the new League of Legends trading card game. Today just wanted to give a shout out to who I received the product from. I received 2 of the Riftbound starter decks from Gen Con, from Experience Rick. He owns a really cool card store down in Georgia called the XPS store, which is a physical store, and then he does have an online store as well called Awesome Deals Deluxe. Shout out to Rick. He's really awesome, super cool guy, really cool community. We're just gonna jump into this and kind of show you what's cool. All right. So here I have the Volibear starter deck and the Yasuo starter deck. And I went ahead and took both out of the boxes so I can just show you guys kind of what's going on. I have not unwrapped the Yasuo one yet, but I have undone the Volibear one, and it's sleeved up as well. Don't want to mess anything up. But Volibear is going to be our leader unit for this starter deck here. He is red and he is orange, which are the 2 costs that you have in this deck. And I'm still kind of learning how to actually play the game myself, so I apologize in advance. Let me just adjust this really quick. Okay, there we go. But I'm still kind of learning myself. So Volibear is going to be your main guy for this deck. He's your hero card, and he basically says Legend, which is what he is. Volibear, Relentless Storm, so he is the Relentless Storm Volibear, and there is a secondary Volibear in this deck as well, and I'll show that once I go through all the cards. But basically he says, when you play a mighty unit, you may exhaust me to channel 1 rune exhausted. And a unit is mighty while it has +5 of its attack power, basically. So then parts of your deck that you'll have for each of your Riftbound decks. Each deck is going to come with your battlefields. So we have Sigil of the Storm. When you conquer here, recycle 1 of your runes. Runes are going to be like your card cost, your mana. And that is a separate deck from the main deck. So you have your first battlefield. Your secondary one that comes with Volibear is going to be Obelisk of Power. Pretty cool. It says at the start of each player's first beginning phase, that player channels 1 rune. And then you have Void Gates, another battlefield. It says spells and abilities affecting this unit here deal 1 bonus damage, and each instance of damage that the spell deals is increased by 1. Pretty cool stuff. So then, like I was saying, each deck comes with runes. This one has body runes, which are the the orange cost, and then this one has fury runes as well. So it goes for basically the color that associates with your legend. So those are all separate from the main deck. And then let me just sketch this. Alright, so Volibear is your main guy. From what I have learned so far, and like I said, I'm still learning how to actually play the game, but from what I've learned, you have in your main deck, you have characters, you also have spells, and you have equipment. So one of our first unit cards that we have in the deck is a Legion Rearguard. He's from Noxus. Up here you can see the cost. Cost is 2 to play. He has 2 power or 2 might. His ability says, accelerate, you may pay 1 fury, which is the red rune, as an additional cost to have me enter ready. So when you do summon units in this game, they do come in with like resurrection sickness, and I believe they call it exhausted in Riftbound. So when you play him, not this unit specifically, but when you play a unit, most of the time you have to play them tapped in. So this guy, if you pay his cost, he gets accelerate, you can play him and he's ready to go. So you have 3 Legion Rearguards in the Volibear starter deck. And then you have a Blazing Scorcher. He is 5 cost, and it looks like these are just plain old runes, so they don't have a specific color cost to play them. But he is 5 cost, 5 might or 5 attack. And again, he is a Noxus unit as well. He also has accelerate, so you would pay that 1 fury as an additional cost to have him enter ready. So instead of this, he would go this. And we have 3 of those as well. So one of the other special cards is you have champion units. So this is going to be Misfortune, and it's Captain Misfortune. Pretty cool stuff. I love that skin. She is going to be 5 cost, but she does have 1 singular cost. That orange. If I can get it to focus. There we go. She is orange cost, which was the body rune. Pretty cool stuff. So she's not only a champion unit, she is a named unit. And she is Bilgewater and Pirate as well. She has those keywords here, which I'm going to assume is probably going to change, deck to deck what you need. There's probably specific things, but, I'm just not sure yet. That's okay, though. She says accelerate. Again, you would pay her cost, but instead of a Fury rune, she's orange, so you would pay that body rune as an additional cost to have her enter ready. Pretty cool stuff. She has an ability, though, called Ganking, and it says, I can move from battlefield to battlefield. I'm not 100% sure what that means yet, but it sounds pretty strong. The first time I move each turn, you may ready something else that is exhausted. So, I'm going to assume if this is already exhausted for whatever reason, we'll just say it's a plain unit. It's in like this. You play her. The first time she moves each turn, you may ready something else that's exhausted, so I'm going to assume that means you can just flip it. Cool. Pretty neat. Seems really strong, actually. And there's 3 total. Next thing, it looks like this is going to be another unit. This cost is, again, going to be 5. This is the Carnivorous Snapvine. See if I can get some better light on this one. Okay, Carnivorous Snapvine. We're going to have those 2 body runes again, no fury, so the orange. It's got 6 might, or 6 power. This one's a unit, but it's Shadow Isles this time, so that's different. And it says, when you play me, choose an enemy unit at a battlefield. Sorry. We deal damage equal to our mights to each other. Interesting. Very interesting. It has a flavor text on there as well. It says, gardening is usually a very relaxing hobby. And again, we have 3 of those. Another champion unit. Cool. Okay. So this time we have Tryndamere. Tryndamere is a 7 cost with 2 fury required. So 2 of the red ones. He has 8 might or 8 power. He is a champion unit, Tryndamere, and he is from the Freljord. And this is Barbarian Tryndamere. He says, when I conquer after an attack, if you assign 5 or more excess damage to enemy units, you score 1 point. Nice and straightforward. And instead of 3, there's 2 in a deck. Alright, so next we have Stormclaw Ursine. 7 cost, no specific color, so he's just a vanilla unit. 6 might, or 6 power. He's a unit from the Freljord, and he says tank. Oh, that's a new keyword. I must be assigned combat damage first. Okay. When you play me, channel 1 rune exhausted. Interesting. There are 3 of that one as well. Next, we have Magma Worm. It's another unit. This one is also from the Freljord. He has 8 cost with 1 fury. I expected that to be, for the cost, maybe a little heavier with different runes. He's 8 might. So other friendly units enter ready. Oh, okay. That seems pretty strong. There's only 1 of him. All right. And then we have another unit as well. This is an 8 cost, 2 body, which is the orange rune. 8 might, or 8 power. He's from the Shadow Isles, and he is the Deathbloom Predator. Love that art. It's super cool. He says deflect. Another new keyword. Opponents must pay. I think that is just a rune of any color. To choose me with a spell or ability. Okay, cool. You play me to an occupied enemy battlefield. That actually sounds kind of strong. Like, I'm down for it. Okay, cool. So 3 of him as well. And then we have, oh, I'm gonna say this terribly. Okay, it's Cadrigren. Cadrigren? Cadrigren. Yeah, we'll say Cadrigren. Cadrigren. The Infernal. Super cool unit. Demacia Dragon. So you must be the Infernal Drake from the game. He is 9 cost with 2 Fury runes and 9 might. It's a little bit hard to see in his main. It says when you play me, draw 1 for each of your mighty units. A unit is mighty while it has 5 plus might. So 5 plus attack. Anything over 5. That is strong. Wow. I'm not sure if its high cost makes it any less strong, but that sounds strong. Alright, here's our other Volibear that I was talking about. So this is Volibear Furious. He is a 10 cost with 2 Fury and 9 might. Champion unit, Volibear Freljord, and he has Deflect 2. Opponents must pay 2, I'm going to assume any color rune, to choose me with a spell or ability. When I attack, deal 5 damage split among any number of enemy units here. Wow. I can already tell that is very strong. 3 copies of that. Next one, we have a 12 cost Volibear with a 2 might cost. And he is 10 power or 10 might. Champion unit, Volibear Freljord, Volibear Imposing. Just get a better look. Very cool. Very good art. So far, that's my favorite thing about this game is all the art. It's so good. So we have Shield 3, plus 3 might while I'm a defender. And then he also has tank. It says I must be assigned combat damage first. When an opponent moves to a battlefield other than mine, draw 1. Bases are not battlefields. Okay. And there's 2 of that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoot these aside. So it looks like these are all of our units. A lot more units than I would have assumed, but I mean, I guess it depends. I don't know. I'm not sure how it plays yet, but maybe that's normal for decks, or maybe it's just heavy because it's a starter deck. But it seems kind of heavy for like minions. Coming from other games that I've played, just seems a little heavy. But so far, super cool. I'm already super excited about this. Okay, with those out of the way, next it looks like we have spells. So we have Mobilize here. It's a 2 cost, no runes specifically, and obviously it has no might because it is not a unit. So we have Spell Mobilize, and it says channel 1 rune exhausted. If you can't, draw 1. And then we have another spell. This is a 2 cost, but it does require a body rune, so the orange rune. No might, obviously, again. It says action, play on your turn or in showdowns. So I'm going to assume this is like a response as well. Choose a friendly unit and an enemy unit. They deal damage equal to their mights to each other. Okay. There's 3 copies of that in a starter deck, or in the Volibear starter deck. We then have another spell. This one is a 4 cost, just plain. Catalyst of Eons. Channel 2 runes exhausted. If you couldn't channel 2 runes this way, draw 1 card. That seems pretty strong, but I wonder if the cost makes it less strong for what it is. There is 3 copies. I have another spell, Disintegrate. This is a 4 cost. No specific color cost. Action, play on your turn or in showdowns. Deal 3 to a unit at a battlefield. If this kills it, draw 1. Very Annie-coded. Very Annie-coded. It's 3. A signature spell. Okay, I didn't know that these were in here, really. So it looks like this is a signature 2 Volibear spell. It's a 6 cost with 2 Fury runes, so the red one. Look at that art. Ugh, so good. It says choose a friendly unit in your base. Deal damage equal to its might to all enemy units at a battlefield, and then move your unit there. Pretty cool stuff. So far, it seems kind of maybe like an aggro deck. Yeah, that was Volibear. Beautiful. Oh, so excited to play with this. Let's open up this Yasuo deck as well. So far off the bat, the packaging was super simple. Super clean matte box. This is trial decks are the fastest and easiest way to learn to play Riftbound. This ready to play deck includes 1 champion legend, a 40 card deck plus 12 runes, and 3 battlefield cards. Pretty straightforward. Oh, I didn't notice that before, actually. So it looks like Yasuo is a green rune and a purple rune. I'm not sure what those stand for yet, but we'll find out here momentarily. But it corresponds with the colors on the side of the box. Pretty neat. Alright. So it comes super tightly packaged. Oh, just look at that. It's so clean. And then it's just got a little pull tab here on the side. Already, I'm super pleased with what I've seen. Excuse my slightly dirty Star Guardian playmat, but I figured that was the, it's really a mouse pad, but I figured that was the most appropriate since we're doing League of Legends content. All right, so we have our main unit here for the Yasuo deck, Mr. Yasuo himself. This is Yasuo Unforgiving. He is our legend. In his ability, it looks like it's 2 cost, and you are going to rest him, or exhaust him, I suppose. Move a friendly unit to or from your base. I'm not sure if that's strong. Sounds okay. There we go. Okay. So then we have our 3 battlefields. And they are all still different. So our first one is going to be Reaver's Row. When you defend here, you may move a friendly unit here to base. Love the art. Then we have Targon's Peak, another battlefield. When you conquer here, ready 2 runes at the end of this turn. And then Windswept Hillock. Units here have ganking. They can move from a battlefield to a battlefield, or from battlefield to battlefield. Super cool. So these runes, it looks like green is calm. So we have calm runes. And then our purples are chaos. Seems a little contradictory. So we have calm and chaos, so I'll keep that in mind. So those, once again, would be in a separate deck, your battlefields and your runes. Okay, so now we're in the order that we did for our first one. So we have Yasuo, the Unforgiving, and then our first unit, aside from Yasuo, is we're going to have Traveling Merchant. Look how cute he is! He's just a little fish man! Oh my goodness! Ah, too cute. So he is a 2 cost with 2 might, or 2 might. He is a unit from Bilgewater. And he says, when I move, discard 1, then draw 1. Okay, so you got your little recycler right there. Here for it. There are 3 of those. So I'm going to assume in a deck it must be 3 copies maximum. That's kind of what I'm gathering from this. And then we have our next unit. This one's going to be an actual named champion unit. This is Kane. He is a 6 cost with 1 chaos cost and 6 might. Very cool. This is champion unit Kane from Ionia. And it is Kane Unleashed. He has the ability ganking. I can move from battlefield to battlefield. If I have moved twice this turn, I don't take damage. Wow. Okay. And then we have Maddened Marauder. So that is a 5 cost, no specific rune, with 4 might or 4 power. It's a unit from Bilgewater, and he is also a pirate. As he says, tank, I must be assigned combat damage first. when you play me, move a unit from a battlefield to its base. 3 more of them. And then we have another Misfortune. Okay, so we're at Misfortune number 2. Our Captain Misfortune was in the Volibear deck. This is going to be Buccaneer Misfortune. I love that so much so far. That is so cool. So we're a 4 cost with 1 Chaos Rune and 4 Might, or 4 Power. So we're Misfortune, Champion Unit, Bilgewater Pirate. She says, you may play me to an open battlefield. Friendly units may be played to open battlefields. There's only 2 of her in this one. Our next one is going to be a 4 cost with 1 Chaos Rune and 4 Power. It's a unit from Shurima named Stealthy Pursuer. Beautiful card art. It says, when a friendly unit moves from my location, I may be moved with it. Seems pretty neat. I like that a lot. Good concept. Then we have Wielder of Water. It's another unit from Ionia with 3 cost and 2 might, 2 power. It says, while I'm attacking or defending alone, I have +2 might. I'm not sure how relevant that seems because these are all very unit heavy. And we have another unit. This is Clockwork Keeper, a unit from Shurima with 2 cost and 2 might. It says, as you play me, you may play 1 calm, or you may pay calm as an additional cost. If you do, draw 1. Oh, too cute. So we have Cemetery Attendant, 3 cost with 1 Chaos Rune and 1 Chaos Rune and 3 might. And just look at him, he's just a little guy. Oh, how cute. So he has a unit from the Shadow Isles with a dog tag. What? So there must be more dogs. Oh, I love it. I wonder if you can have a dog deck. So Cemetery Attendant says, when you play me, return a unit from your trash to your hand. Some more good recycling. Only 1 of him though. Alright, so here's our other Yasuo. Like I said, we had Yasuo the Unforgiven. We now have Yasuo the Remorseful. I actually really like the art on the Remorseful one. That one it's beautiful. So we have a 6 cost unit with 2 calm as a requirement and 6 power. Champion unit Yasuo from Ionia. It says, when I attack, deal damage equal to my might to an enemy unit here. Pretty straightforward. There are 3 of Mr. Yasuo here. Alright, so this is our first gear card. We did not have one of these in Volibear stack. So this is a 0 cost. Well, that seems a little contradictory. It's a 0 cost, but you have to have a calm rune. I'm not sure about that one, so I'll have to look into that. But it says Seal of Focus. It looks like you can rest a card, or you rest this card. I'm going to assume you rest this one. But reaction, rest a card, add, and it looks like you can add a calm. Abilities that add resources can't be reacted to. Okay. I could see that being pretty strong. Now it looks like we're moving on to our spells. Just kind of scoot these guys over. There was a better way that I could have done this, and this was not it. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you save your cards before you go through them for a deck review. All right, so we have our first spell card. So this is Rebuke. Look at that cool card art. So we are a 2-cost with 2 Chaos Runes. Spell, action, play on your turn or in showdowns. Return a unit at a battlefield to its owner's hand. Okay, so I'm going to assume you play it and then you just pick up a unit. That's pretty straightforward. Must be some pretty neat combos you can make. There are 2 copies of that. So then we have another 2-cost spell. This is Discipline with no rune cost. Reaction, play at any time, even before spells and abilities resolve. Give a unit +2 might this turn and draw 1. That sounds strong. I would say that is probably a staple card, no? 3 copies. I mean, a staple card for Calm. And then we have Windwall, very Yasuo branded. But we have Windwall, it's a 3-cost with 2 Calm runes. It says reaction, play at any time, even before spells and abilities resolve. Counter a spell. I'm surprised that's not his signature spell. So then we have Defy. It's a 1-cost with 1 Calm rune. Reaction, play at any time, even before spells and abilities resolve. Counter a spell that costs no more than 4 and no more than... Counter a spell that costs no more than 4 and no more than, I guess it's any color rune. I don't know why that just tripped me up real bad. Okay, so 2 copies of that. And then we have Unguard. Looks like it's Fiora on that card. Though I don't think there's a Fiora deck yet. I could be wrong. Oh, so pretty though. Anyway, Unguard, it's a 1-cost spell. Reaction, play at any time, even before spells and abilities resolve. Give a friendly unit +1 might this turn, then an additional +1 might this turn if it is the only unit you control there. Okay. 2 copies of this. Then we have Meditation. It's another spell. 2 costs, no rune cost. Reaction, play at any time, even before spells and abilities resolve. As an additional cost to play this, you may exhaust a friendly unit, and if you do, draw 2. Otherwise, draw 1. 2 copies of that. So it looks like our signature spell is going to be Last Breath. And just look how beautiful that is. Wow. Gorgeous. I'm not sure why my camera keeps moving. Alright, so we are a 3-cost spell, and this is the first one I've seen like this, but the rune cost is 2 green and 2 purple, so 2 chaos and 2 calm, or one or the other, I guess. You could, maybe it's like you can use 2 chaos or 2 calm, or a mixture of both, like 1 chaos, 1 calm, maybe. Not 100% positive, but that's going to be what my take is on that. So signature spell for Yasuo. Action, play on your turn or in showdowns. Ready a friendly unit. It deals damage equal to its might to an enemy unit at a battlefield. Interesting. And it looks like we once again have 3 of those. So I would say my thoughts right off the bat, if I have to speculate, if I have to speculate, I personally think that Volibear sounds like a stronger deck of the two. In my own competitive card game brain, I think Volibear sounds stronger than Yasuo. I haven't looked up any deck lists or anything pertaining to the game yet, so I'm not sure which one is actually doing better as far as like playstyle. But I think Volibear sounds pretty aggressive. Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing where this game goes. I'll probably, once the actual set comes out, pick up a box or two, maybe go through, do a box opening for that, and kind of give my thoughts and opinions, especially once I learn the rules more. And yeah, I think this'll be fun. This is going to be a new start here on my channel. Maybe do some card box openings for other games as well. Maybe even some gameplay, maybe some deck building. Yeah, this'll be fun. It'll be a good time. But anywho's, thank you again. Just a shout out again to Rick from XPS Store. He is amazing, like I was saying. Very sweet man. Carries all kinds of card games. Yeah, I think this will be a great opportunity for everybody involved. And thank you for coming and joining me for this video. Thank you again to Rick for giving me these decks so that I can go over these and also learn the card game. Yeah, you can, per usual, find me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Oni_Hana. Same thing over on YouTube as well. Just Oni_Hana, and on Twitter, Oni_Hana. It was lovely having you guys all here today, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day or your weekend.